what's up? This shit so screwed. What's up? How y'all be, man? Interview about to start in a second. Should be better now. Better now. You only say that when I'm not around. Goat Malone. My mic still quiet? What's up, Cynthia? My mic still quiet? I don't think so. Alright, cool. Cool, man. Those Malone's not a goat. Yeah, fuck. You almost lost your mod. Bro. Can't believe I'm streaming. Yeah, I'm gonna stream when Chapter 8 drops too. I think. Yeah, when Chapter 8 drops, I'm gonna stream because I didn't stream when Chapter 7 came out. When Chapter 8 drops, I'm definitely streaming because Chapter 8 is fucking peak. So, I mean, all the chapters are peak, but Chapter 8 is like super fucking, like the cliffhanger of Chapter 8 is crazy, bro. It's the worst, it's the best cliffhanger I've made so far for sure. So Chapter 8 is gonna have a lot of people like waiting for the next one. I will say that. Definitely, Chapter 8 is crazy. Chapter 8 cliffhanger and Chapter 9 cliffhanger are fucking insane. Actually, Defiant, shut up. When Arcane drops, yeah, probably. I'm still quiet. All right, hold up. How about now? Yes, Arcane trailer. No, they didn't have a trailer. I didn't know they had a trailer. Isn't Chapter 8 like Season 2, Episode 6 AOT? What? You mean that's the betrayal episode? No, it's not like that. Thought the cliffhanger's gonna be Chapter 10. No, Chapter 10 isn't really a cliffhanger. Chapter 10 is like the end of the prologue. Chapter 10 is like the same thing as like Vinland Saga. Like the end of the prologue of Vinland Saga. It's like the same exact thing as that. Like the last episode. Like basically the arc gets wrapped up and the new arc gets teased, basically. That's the end of Chapter 10. It's not a cliffhanger, no. Drop today? If it drops today, I'll watch it, but I don't believe you. OnlyFans, shut up. AOT No Requiem Part 4, maybe. Maybe if it's nice, I guess. Look it up, watch it right now. It did drop today. That's fucking insane timing. I'll watch it after the interview then. That's insane timing. Game console, should you buy Xbox Series X or PS5? PS5, there's no reason to buy Xbox. I don't know why niggas buy Xboxes. Just get a PS5, bro. Imagine not being able to play Monster Hunter Wilds. Like, that's insane. I couldn't imagine. One Piece, when they're making a remake of One Piece? Get the fuck out of here. If One Piece gets a remake before Naruto, I'm personally flying to Japan. If One Piece gets a remake before Naruto, I'm personally flying to Japan and see what's up. Because obviously these niggas is insane. Wit is doing it? No fucking way. What? Wait, first of all, how can you make a remake for an anime that's not even done yet? It's not even done. And making money from your manga? No, I'm not making money from my manga, no. But what I am making is peak. And that's more important than money, right? They lied about the Naruto remake episodes. Well, they never said it was gonna happen. That was just like a celebration thing. Bleach is also getting a remake, bro. How can you make a remake of a game of a series that's not even done? It's not finished. It's not even made yet, technically. What are your thoughts on the Black Myth Wukong? What are my thoughts on that? I don't know. Oh, the game? I don't know. It looked cool, I guess. I don't really like solo player games though. The only single player game I like is Sekiro. They said the Naruto remake is gonna come out this year. They said the same shit last year. Who is they? Who said that? I ain't never seen nobody actually officially say that. Hunter x Hunter was technically a remake too. Yeah, I know, right? But yeah, exactly. Why are these dog shit anime that ain't even made getting remakes when GOAT animes that are finished ain't? Where's the Death Note remake, nigga? The fuck y'all doing? But some stuff don't really need remakes though, to be honest. I don't understand it, to be honest. If anything need a remake though, it's Naruto. Naruto's manga is so much superior to the anime. It's fucking insane. Well, not the whole anime, but the beginning of Naruto definitely is trash compared to the manga. Once Shippuden came around, they started to get some money, I guess. But before that, niggas was broke. Niggas had to get one good animator for once every 30 episodes. Shadow of Erdtree, maybe. I was blindly hating on the Lion King remake, but I actually look for it. You know what I'm saying, Cynthia? I felt the same way. That's what I said originally, because I was bitching about the original one, because I'm like, nah, you fucking with my favorite movie ever. But if you're gonna make some new shit, that's fine. Go crazy with that. I don't give a fuck about that shit. Just leave my movie alone. You can make whatever the fuck you want. You can make a Mufasa origin story. You can make a Rafiki origin story. I don't care. Just leave my movie alone. Leave it alone. So I ain't gonna complain about it. I mean, it looked like shit though. I will say that it does look like shit, but maybe it'd be nice. Twitter got removed. I don't know. Manga also had better pacing for Shippuden later. Yeah, the pacing. Well, yeah, the pacing is always gonna be better in the manga because the manga don't got no fucking fillers. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's get ready to start this interview. Hold on. Yo. Hello? Hey. Oh shit. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I hear you. No, you
Let's
good
go.
now. What's up, man? What's going on? All right, so for those you guys who don't know, this is Anime Extra. He makes YouTube videos on manga
Yeah,
and
it's
anime.
good.
And he made a video about Deuteronomy that I
Oh yeah,
watched.
I said that shit wrong.
Yeah, he didn't say that. It's
I
Deuteronomy.
said
A
Deuteronomy or
lot of
something.
people have problems with it, but it's a book from the Bible, but it's Deuteronomy. But yeah, he made a video about it. If you guys haven't seen it, it was a pretty good video. I watched it. And then he reached out to said he wanted to do an interview about it, and he said he's gonna read more, make another video about the rest of it, because the
Yeah,
first video was
later
on
this
chapter
week.
one. Yeah. So definitely go check out his channel and subscribe. You know, I tagged him in the description in the title. All
Yeah, I
right.
appreciate it, bro.
All good, man. All good. Now, uh, Yeah, I liked your video. It was pretty good. I you noticed you picked up on a lot of things, but my thing is like when I was watching your video, I was like mostly everything you said was like pretty positive, and then you was like, I give it a 5. I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, that doesn't sound like a 5. It sounded like more like you was feeling like like 7. You was like 5. I was like, how the fuck? How did you get all the way to 5?
I ain't gonna lie. So I read. I'm not gonna spoil my next video about it, but I read more of it. I feel like I just didn't have enough because when I first read your manga, it's like when you first dropped it, and I didn't make this video until now.
Yeah.
So I was like, there's not enough context for me to give it a higher rating because as a beginner, it's pretty decent, but but I just wanted to see more of it. You know what I mean? That's why I gave it like a mid. It's pretty good, but it wasn't really nothing too special to begin with. You know what I mean?
Okay, gotcha. All right.
Yeah, it was pretty. Like everything else was pretty good about it. It's not a bad rating. It's just like I just want to see more.
Okay, cool. All right. So you wanted to ask me some questions?
Yeah, I got a good bit. I sent you the questions before, but
Yeah.
you already know some of these are interesting. I wanted to like do the good questions.
Yeah,
So before I asked about the manga, my first question was, how did you come up with your YouTube name? Because I was always like, what does Saint Chief mean, bro?
Right. So yeah, I get this question a lot, but basically, when I made this channel, it was basically to. So one of my favorite video games ever was The Last of Us, and then The Last of Us 2 was coming out. And at the time, there was a leaker who worked at Naughty Dog who leaked a lot of information about the game and painted the game in a light that it wasn't necessarily representative of. But at the time, I didn't know that. I thought it was like 100% accurate. So I made the YouTube channel to basically to talk shit about it. And the name Saint It Chief is basically this ain't it, Chief.
Oh my god, bro.
Yeah. That's pretty much it. And so, yeah, I was just talking shit about The Last of Us. And then after I got done talking shit about The Last of Us, then I started talking shit about Attack on Titan. And then.
Oh, yeah. You're infamous for that. I said that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah,
so your feelings about AOT is the same?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. It hasn't changed. The Last of Us changed, though. I love The Last of Us 2 now. It's my favorite video game ever. But no, Attack on Titan, that's shit's ass. But I mean, it is what it is.
Okay. What was okay? So when did you first become interested in manga and anime? Because I know you said you switched your content. Like, when did you first become interested in that?
Well, I've been a fan of anime ever since I was a kid, and manga too,
right.
Because so I started out with like the basic shit, Dragon Ball, Pokemon, which I didn't even Yu-Gi-Oh, I didn't even consider these anime, but technically they were.
Yeah, those like cartoons, bro.
Yeah, and then I graduated. As I got older, I graduated to more traditional anime, Naruto, Death Note, and they inspired me to start drawing because I liked the characters and I wanted to draw them. And then I was like, well, what if I drew my own characters? And then I make my own manga. I think the first like actual, well, it wasn't, I didn't call them manga back then because I didn't really understand the difference. But I think the first comic book I ever made, I was like 8. I made like my own Pokemon comic book where like I made my own character who had his own Pokemon and went on his own like journey and shit like that. I made it in like notebook papers and people in my class would like read them and shit. And then after that, I was like, okay, now I want to make my own original stories. And over time, I got better as an artist, but not to the level that I thought I should be at the time, which probably wasn't even true. But I just felt like I wasn't progressing as an artist, and I was comparing myself to like goated artists like Kishimoto, and I was like, I can't.
Oh yeah, like you can't do that stuff.
Yeah, so I was like, it's not even the purpose in me continuing. So I kind of gave up. And then when I started talking a lot of shit about Attack on Titan, fast forward like 10, 15 years, I'm talking shit about Attack on Titan, and people were like, well, it's not that easy. Why don't you make a story? And I was like, you know what? You're right. I'm gonna put my money where my mouth is.
Okay.
I'm gonna put my money where my mouth is and show you bitches that it ain't as fucking hard as you're making it out to be. And that's pretty much it. That's what made me want to make. I mean, other than the fact that I love manga in general.
That's actually kind of genius.
Yeah.
That's kind of genius. You use the hate as promo. That's lucky.
Yeah.
Oh, but speaking of that actually goes into my next question perfectly, because I was like, what was like your creative process behind this? Like, what was your biggest inspirations to make this for like the people who don't know?
Okay, so my biggest inspiration for this was the character the owl in Attack on Titan. I really like the concept of a character that's like actively hurting his own people to save his people. That
Right.
was like the original source where it came from. And then I thought like, okay, well, how can I make a setting that facilitates a character like that where they can like thrive in a setting like that? And so that's when I made the cave with no exits, no escape route. You know, the only way out is going to be through the way that the owners have access to. So and then from there, you know, the story started to evolve into something more than that, and I started to look at more deeper concepts than just, you know, oh, I'm sacrificing my own people to get ahead. I started looking at things that I myself find interesting, like the main theme of the story is the balance between complacency and determination, and when is enough, and when is going too far. When are you going too far? When do you just be satisfied with what you have? You know, because today in society, everyone always wants more. They're never really like appreciative of what they currently have, and so that's why I wanted a character that was like that, who was appreciative of what he had, and then begins to become that person who isn't appreciative of that anymore and always wants more and always wants better things, and what that does to a person. So yeah, that's pretty much
That's
it.
pretty. That's yeah, I like that. That kind of inspired me a little bit.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie to you.
yeah, I think it's a pretty cool concept, and the places that this character ends up going and the things that this character ends up doing is it's some shit that's like, you know, it was hard for me to write it, so I imagine it would be hard for people to read it too.
Yeah, I understand that. Like your stories, I like it so far though. From what I read, it's like it's a little slow burner, but it's definitely getting there. I feel like you're finding your footing. Speaking of which, what was like the most difficult thing to like learn when making manga? Like, what was the
Yeah, so for me, it's like I like when I write a story, I write it in the perspective of myself reading it and what I would be entertained by. Like, oh shit, he disconnected. You back?
I have no
Yeah,
idea what happened.
you
But
good?
let me start off with the last question. I was like,
Yeah.
oh my god. Um, so what was the most difficult thing to learn when making your manga? My bad.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
it's all good. Yeah, so I was just learning. So basically, like when I write, I think of it from the perspective of myself, like watching it, basically. And I think like would
Right.
this be something I would be personally interested in, and then I make it from there, because I know that I can never make anything. No one can ever make anything that everyone's going to be interested in. So I just made something that I'm interested in, and then that I consider to be entertaining, that I consider to be interesting, and then hope that other people do as well. Now, the thing that about it is the way that I plan my story and the way that I decide what information to give and what information not to give. I'm starting to realize that sometimes the audience picks up things in ways that I didn't expect them to, and sometimes it's my fault, and sometimes it isn't. And I'm learning to like get better at explaining the information in a way that leads them to the, you know, the route I want them to go to. Like imagine taking a horse to you know, you keep the classic saying, you could take a horse to water, you can't force them to drink. So I want to at least take them to the the bucket of water that I want them to drink from, at least. And if that makes any sense. So I'm getting better at like giving a lot more clues into the information I want to give. But at the same time, there are people who pick up on the clues, like so I know I'm doing it right, but I guess I have to, and it's a struggle for me, because I'm like, damn, should I dumb it down a little bit? You know, should I make it a little bit more simple so that more people get these things? Because there's sometimes where it's like, damn, like I feel like that's so obvious, but it's hard to tell, because I have to remember I made the story, you know, so obviously what's obvious to me may not be obvious to someone else. So it's like a balance of, you know, not dumbing down my story too much, but at the same time trying to make it as accessible as possible.
Yeah, and that kind of comes with making manga, because because when you have a fan base to manga, it's always gonna be more harder to like guide them into a direction without showing them, without making it too obvious.
Yeah, because manga is just only so much you can do. It's just some black and white pages. You know, it don't have music. It don't have voice acting and all that stuff.
Um, my next question, I'm gonna skip question. I'm gonna come back to a couple questions, but did you expect? Speaking of fan base, did you expect the support you received like from this manga? Is it surprising or is it like unsurprising?
The funny thing is, like, most of it was, well, I'm not gonna say most. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. So basically, the way my channel is, and the stuff that I've talked about, and the way I've talked about things, like, I've really hurt people's feelings, and I know that. You know, people get like fucking attached to stories, and like, if someone doesn't I'm not like that. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, yeah, I could watch someone talk shit
Yeah, me
about The
neither.
Last of Us 2 all day, every day. I'm never gonna be like, fuck this dude. You know, somebody, okay, well, that's how he feels. That's fine. You know. If he has stupid points, I'll say his points are stupid, but I'm never gonna like dislike him as a person just because he happens to not like a story that I like. But some people are like really not like that. Some people really get attached to these stories, and when they see someone like me like straight shitting on them, you know, like, I don't have mercy when it comes to shitting on stories sometimes, especially if they really piss me off and I really feel like they're like an insult to me. I really go crazy. So a lot of people they take that pain and they're like, okay, and then they see, okay, this guy's trying to make a story, I'm gonna go shit on his story. You know, they don't even give it a chance because they want to make me feel the way I made them feel. So a lot of the early criticism that Deuteronomy was getting was really just not in good faith, because there was people who were just like, you know, just doing it just for that. But once they realized that I didn't give a fuck and I just kept going, they kind of just gave up and left it alone. And now basically the only people who are, you know, keeping up with it are people who are actually interested, other than like my true hardcore fucking haters. But there's only like 2 or 3 of them now. But yeah, I mean, I expected the support I have now, I would say. I mean, I don't want to say expected, but I felt
You
like I was,
expected the hate.
I definitely expected the hate, but when it comes to the support, I know I know I'm delivering a quality product. So if I didn't think it was good, I wouldn't make it. If I didn't think it was good, I wouldn't be, you know, putting my effort into it. I would just say, okay, well, obviously, I'm not as good as I thought I was, but I think it's good. I think I have a very good story on my hand, a very good product on my hand, and a lot of people agree. So I'm gonna keep making it.
Yeah, that's yeah. Um, okay, so this is a question I wanted to ask the most because I'd be confused. Do you have like a schedule when you're dropping like each chapter, or do you just drop it whenever it gets done?
Yeah, we
Like, do
kind
you,
of drop it whenever it gets done. Like, originally, we wanted to go month by month, but I mean, it's hard, man. It's hard to make art. It's up to my artist, really. Like me personally, like, I've had the first 10 chapters completely done and storyboarded since like 2 years ago now. So like, it's not me. It's just, you know, I don't know if you know this, but I don't draw Deuteronomy. I have an artist who draws it. So
oh, oh,
yeah, I don't draw it. I have an artist. He's, you know, he's goated, obviously, but yeah, he. It's up to him, you know. Like, I don't force him. I'm not like, yo, like, it has to be done by this time, and no, it's just like, just let me know when you're ready when it's done, you know. Okay, but yeah, he usually finishes around 2 months.
oh, that is pretty consistent. That's faster than a lot of projects,
Yeah,
honestly.
yeah.
Um, do you plan on running your manga for a long time, or do you plan on making it like short? Like, what's the
Well,
idea behind that?
Well, Deuteronomy is like a finite story. Like, it's not one of those, you know, one of these shonen stories that last 400 chapters and shit. It's not like that. Like, the most I could ever see Deuteronomy ever get into would be like early hundreds. But that would be like me. Like, that would have to be like it would have to be like fucking. It would have to have gotten huge for me to do that. But ultimately, like, I know where the story's going. I know the arcs. I know all the points that it has to get to. I know all the characters that need to be introduced. But if it ever were, like I said, if it ever were like gotten that popular, there are definitely things I could expand upon. There are definitely things I could stretch out. But ultimately, though, no, it would be a short story. Like, the goal would be like as long as Death Note was like the original goal for it. But you know, when you're storyboarding things and you get certain scenes, you're like, okay, maybe this scene should be longer, or maybe this should be shorter. You know, so I'm not gonna say for sure how long it would be, but it definitely wouldn't be, like I said, anything longer than the early hundreds for sure.
Yo, your chat's funny. They said there was no. They said it only has 4 fans.
They
Yo,
be hating, bruh.
Debbie hating.
They be hating,
Um,
bruh.
which characters? Okay, this is one I was interested in. What character do you resonate the most with your manga?
Um, that's tough. Um, that's actually a tough question. Uh, well, there is one that I see. The thing is, I can't answer that. I guess I could say the character of the characters that have been introduced. I could say. Um,
Yeah, don't spoil none for me.
yeah. Well, I'll just. Well, yeah. Aaron. Yeah. I resonate the most with Aaron. I'll say that.
Oh, oh yeah, I read that. Oh yeah, I don't even want to talk about that right now. That chapter was pretty good though.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. But yeah, Aaron and Cena. I guess Cena too. Cena too.
Yeah, they did mention Cena. They asked me my opinion on it. I'm like, I'm not gonna talk about it yet. I want to
Bro,
spoil it.
people fucking hate Cena, man. I don't know, man. It's like they just fucking hate it. That's the Cena is probably the biggest shock to me as a writer because I was like, okay, I know they're gonna fucking hate Ozymandias. I know people are gonna have mixed feelings on Sam. That was the goal. I know they're not gonna have too strong feelings on his family because they just met them. But I expected people to be like, oh, Cena's like, okay, that's an interesting character. She had a quick arc. She changed. She learned. She went against her ideals that she had been bestowed upon her whole life within like a few minutes. And everyone's like, fuck that bitch. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, they have more hate for her than fucking Ozzy, who actually killed everyone. And I'm like, bro, I just can't. But I mean, most of the time, it's like a meme. But some people actually truly do fucking hate her, and it's like, god damn, I didn't think it was gonna be like that. That was the biggest surprise to me ever since I made this story.
Nah, Ozzy's a demon.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he's a fucking asshole, and then people treat Cena worse than him.
Nah, I kind of understand. I don't want to talk about it. I kind of understand though. I don't want to talk about it. Um, in 2 words or less, what does this manga mean to you? That's a good question. Right?
Yeah, I was reading that and I was trying to think of what I would say, and I would say, what does it mean to me?
Yeah, Chad, this is not scripted.
Yeah, not at all. Let's see. Hard choices. Yeah, hard choices. That's what it would mean to me.
Deuteronomy.
Yeah, it's a meme too. People call it that all the time.
Oh my god.
But it's all good. I mean, I don't mind the people who are fucking just joking around or whatever. It doesn't bother me, but
I know that's hilarious.
yeah. But yeah, to hard choices. That's what it's all about. That's all I want is hard choices. That's what pretty much every major point of the story is hard choices.
So it's like, okay, so that's what it like means to you. It's like what? It's like life's hard, or like that's what I mean.
Well, okay, I don't understand. Are you saying what does the story itself mean to me?
Yeah, like
Okay.
yeah. What does a manga mean to you?
Okay,
like,
I'm thinking like what you what. Okay, I'm thinking like what would the if. Okay, let me see. What is?
Yeah, my bad. Maybe I should
okay.
slow down. Yeah.
It's okay. So what does it mean to me?
Yeah, like you specifically.
And you saying manga in general or Deuteronomy?
Deuteronomy, like your
Okay.
manga.
Okay, what does my manga mean to me? Everything. Yeah.
I feel that.
Yeah, it's my baby, man. It's my baby for sure.
Yeah, your son for real.
Yep. Every character is like a child, so it's like, like I know them inside and out. So like when they go through something, I feel like I'm going through it.
I feel that. What is the biggest problem or or did I say this? What is your biggest problem or setback when creating your manga? Like,
No, you didn't.
What was something?
Oh God, I had so many. So, so originally when I decided that I was gonna get an artist, I went to Fiverr, right? And I was looking for a manga artist there, and I found this one guy who was pretty good, but And so originally he made like I gave him like rough concepts of all the character designs, and he made all the character designs for the characters. And then after that, I was like, all right, well, let's go ahead and get started. And he was making the chapter, but it took him about 6 months to make 20 pages. So, and that's not
6 months to make 20 pages,
and that's not even like a third. That's like barely a third of chapter 1, right? So I was like, yeah, this is way too fucking slow. And then at the same time, you know, that was the hardest part. And then at the same time, I have my current artist. His name is Fish. He was in my Discord server. And he was like sending me like basically I would send what the artist had drawn, like, and he would send his version of it and say like, Joe, just let me do it, bro. I'll do it way faster. Just let me do it. Let me know. I want to work on this project. Like I could do it, you know. And at first I was like, I don't know, like his art wasn't as good today. He like his improvement from where he started to now is fucking insane, especially when you consider how old he is. He's a teenager. So
oh yeah, he's talented.
Yeah, he's talented as fuck, dude. And so and his progression is crazy. So, but at the time, like when he first sent it, like his art was good, but it's like it's just like I don't know, like it's not. I don't think this is good enough, right? But but he kept working, and he kept showing me like, no, I can do this. And one thing that I really always liked about him was the emotion. He captured the emotion very well. And so I was like, okay, well, if you can do it in a timely manner and you can capture the emotion well and you're going to be consistent, fuck it, let's do it. And ever since then, we've been working pretty well. I mean, yeah, there's been times where he took extended breaks, but it's all good.
Yeah, I didn't think. I thought me being dumb. I thought you drew it, but
Nah,
yeah,
no,
shout
I
out to you.
didn't.
Shout out to your artist, though.
Yeah.
It did get better. I see the improvements, though. I definitely do.
Yeah, he's definitely getting a lot better. Yeah, he never drew like a manga or anything ever in his life. This is his first
For
time
real?
ever. Yep.
It's gonna be a good thing on his background.
Yeah.
Okay. Being an upcoming manga creator and reading new manga, if you do, what's the biggest mistake of most modern manga? Like,
Oh my
of most
God.
modern manga?
They always fucking doing. Okay, I don't know how to say it. They making weird shit, man. Like they always doing weird ass like. I would summarize it as gimmicks, basically, where they don't really rely on storytelling anymore. They rely on like, oh, shock factor. Oh, look at this crazy shit. Oh, this guy wants to have a baby with his sister. It's like, no, bro. Like, just tell a good, solid story. Like, you don't need all that dumb shit anymore. Like, you know, like people accuse me of having shock factor because the main character's family died in chapter 1, but it's like, I mean, family deaths, that's been in storytelling since before, like, fucking, we had fucking bathrooms. So that makes sense. But, like, when you're talking about fucking, you know, having sex with your sister, having a baby with your sister, fucking incest shit, yeah, like, that's the type of shit, you know, pedophilia, wanting to marry your mom, you know, Mashuko Tensei, you know, all that stuff is like that's what I'm saying. Yeah, all that weird shit, man. Like I don't do none of that. Like my story, no. I just tell the story, man. You don't have to do all that weird shit. So that's like my most annoying thing. Whenever I see stuff like that in stories, it just makes me like fucking. I don't even take the story seriously anymore. Like that's the one I'm referencing is Fire Punch. Like I liked Fire Punch until it happened,
Fire Punch,
and I was like, yeah, I can't read this anymore. It's just not doing it for me.
It's ironic you like Fire Punch, and that story is.
No, I don't like it. I liked it until that moment came up, and then I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, yeah, I'm done.
Nah, I definitely agree with that part, but that's just Japan culture, and I don't like that of it. So that's not cool.
Yeah, I'm not really one for the cult making excuses on cultures. I'll be honest. If it's disgusting, it's disgusting.
Yeah, it's different. That's weird. AOT suck Donkey D. Yo.
Bro, don't even bring up AOT in my chat. These guys are perpetually consumed by it. They can never let it go.
Okay, so what is your advice to YouTubers who want to make manga?
Right.
Like, what is your advice?
This goes to anybody, like not even just YouTubers, but man, just if you can, just do it because like we all have the potential to make something great, you know? Like who knows? You could be the next big thing. You never know. You can make one of the greatest stories ever. You know, if all the people who have made amazing stories didn't do it, then we wouldn't have any, you know? Like what makes them any different from you? If you have a good idea and you have a good concept and you do your work, you get down and you really pay attention and you know what you're doing and you take it very seriously. Yeah, get to it. Now, obviously, you have to be able to draw, or you have to be able to get someone to draw for you, which is, you know, that's another problem. But even if you
That's
can't do
honestly
that,
the hardest part, to be
yeah,
honest.
that is the hardest part of making a manga for sure. But I mean, even if you look at One Punch Man or Attack on Titan, like they didn't really have the greatest art. You know, One Punch Man specifically, you know, it was terrible art.
Oh no,
In the
yeah, I couldn't
webzine.
even read it.
But look at where it is now, you know. So you never know. But the main thing is just do it because you want to, not because you want to make money from it or you want to be like a famous person. You know, just do it because you want to make a good story, and even if it's just for you to read it, you know. Because I read Deuteronomy all the time. I think about it all the time. And once it's done, I'm definitely going to be its biggest fan because, like, I made it for myself first and foremost because I was like, bro, I'm tired of these trash ass stories. I'm gonna make a good one.
What's your approach to creating like strong, memorable characters? I actually took this from a manga question because this was a good question.
That's not a bad question. So my biggest thing, and this is a thing that I've noticed in pretty much every character and that I've ever seen that I thought was compelling, and that is make them have to decide between what they want and what they need.
Ooh.
And so every single character I've made ever, every major character anyway, they always have to decide between what they want and what they need, and the conflict between that decision and how they move accordingly to, you know, usually they're going to choose what they want first until they realize what they need. So yeah, that's pretty much it, you know. So Sam, for example, like in the beginning, he he wants to be free, but he needs, you know, support. He needs his family. He needs comfort. He needs stability. So those that type of dynamic makes it where it's like, okay, because we all as humans, we always have to go through what we want and what we need. You know, we want to go on vacation, but we have to go to work. We need to go to work to pay our bills. So it automatically makes the character relatable in that aspect because we all go through that every day. So
Yeah, I definitely do feel that. That definitely does give me more context behind the story when you explain it and like you look through it through like the author's perspective of it. So I think I already had this last question. I think I already like how long does it take y'all to make the manga? And you said like 2 months. You said like 2 months, right?
yeah, it takes them about 2 months usually on average, I'd say, to draw a chapter. You know, but you know, most of our chapters have been 25 to 30 pages, but like chapter 1 was 60 something, like 65 pages, and chapter 9 will be like 40, and chapter 10 will also be like 40. So those are just gonna take longer.
Right.
But yeah.
That was honestly, you answered all those good. That was all the questions I had. Yeah, those are all the questions I had.
All right, yeah, that's cool, man. Those I saw the questions. Like those are some good questions. And yeah, I mean, I appreciate. I don't know why the hell your video did so well. Not hating or anything, but I was like, your video on my manga do better than my videos on my manga. So it's like, what the?
I have no idea. That's why. I don't know. It was at like a couple thousand. So I'm like, okay, it's doing decent. Then I seen it this week, and I was like, 8,000.
Yeah, I know. I was like, what the hell? Like, bro, you get more views on your shit. Like, I think that one video has more views than all my videos on my manga. Well, maybe not all of them, but a lot of them combined.
Yeah, I
It's
was
crazy.
about. Yeah, don't. Don't get me excited like that. I was gonna be like, whoa, that's a lot.
Yeah, I don't get it, man. I don't get it. But
I
I
think it's
mean, hey,
because I had AOT mentioned in it. That's probably why.
yeah,
It's like,
maybe I should start marketing it that way. Maybe.
no, but yeah, it was nice talking to you because I wanted to see more. This definitely like opened my eyes to like a lot of that stuff that I don't see, but like behind the scenes and stuff. Like this was pretty eye opening. I ain't gonna lie.
All right, man. Well, yeah, I appreciate it. Appreciate you reading the story and making a video on it. I'll be looking forward to your next video about it. I also want to let you know, I don't know if you know this, but basically the arc that the story is on right now is the prequel,
Right.
prologue, I should say.
Oh,
The
what? Are you serious?
prologue. Yeah, it's the prologue. So chapter 1 through 10 is the prologue to the story. So I've always told everyone this from the beginning. It's like you can judge it as much as you want to, and that's fine. But once the prologue is done, you will have enough information to judge everything that has happened so far, basically, and like fully, because you'll have all the details, you'll have all the answers, have all the all the intricacies, all the questions you have, and then that's why I say I liken it to Vinland Saga's prologue. I don't know if you saw that, but
Oh yeah, Finland Saga is good. Yeah,
yeah, well, Vinland Saga's prologue pretty much does that, and then like after that, it's like
yeah, the
okay,
whole
now
first
what?
season.
Yeah, so it's not as long as Vinland Saga's, yeah, but it's I don't know. I think Vinland Saga's prologue a little too long, but yeah,
No, it
it's
definitely is a little too long.
yeah, but yeah, it's 10 chapters. I feel like that's pretty solid, and then after the 10th chapter, you get everything. You have the mission statement of the manga, basically basically like obviously the mission statement is to free all the slaves, but how? And by the end of the prologue, you'll know how.
Yeah, I'm ready to know what what's her face told him when they was in the
Yeah, a lot of people
yeah.
want to know that. Now that is not going to be that's not going to be answered anytime soon. Unfortunately.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
You got my hopes up.
Sorry. That's not going to be answered. That's not going to be answered until like
Oh
the 30s
man.
or 40s. Yeah, but yeah. Other than that, I mean, yeah. Other than that.
Nah, but yeah, I'm happy you brought me along. You know, I do loads of anime content, so if you ever want to do a video with me, we can do a discussion. Up to you.
All right,
But
Beta. Sounds good.
definitely
Man.
for sure, for sure. For
And
sure,
you
for
guys
sure.
make sure you subscribe to him.
Yes, guys, I'm black, by the way.
I didn't notice.
You didn't know that they thought I was Mexican.
Mexican is crazy. You do kind of got a little Mexican accent though.
Nah, Mexican is a little crazy though. I was like, wow. Nah, but yeah, I'm glad because you wanted to like one of the only few YouTubers that really like started making manga that like I take their opinion serious because I'm like it takes a lot of bravery to put out manga. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
'Cause,
A lot of people got
people like
cooked.
to judge.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
a lot of people got cooked, but they weren't cooking mine like they cooked theirs. So that's when I knew I was like, yeah, they don't really got much to say. Like
like
all
Dog
the
Ningen.
no, that's not it. Well, no, not like that. I mean like Masked Man, the Masked Man YouTuber. He made a manga. And they were flaming his shit. So the people weren't cooking my shit like his. So that's when I was like, okay, we're good because. Like they really didn't have much to say. Most of the, I mean, I'm pretty sure you probably went through this. Like I noticed a lot of the stuff you said was like answered later, and so you probably were like, oh shit, I was questioning this, but it got answered later. But some people were just like they didn't even want to give it a chance to get answered later. They were just like, no, it's just shit. It doesn't make sense. I'm like, motherfucker, it's chapter 1. You can't expect to get all the answers in the first fucking chapter.
Exactly. If you did, then why would you want to read it?
Exactly, but that just proves that they just weren't. They were arguing in bad faith. That's all.
Yeah, they not tapped in.
Yeah, not at all.
Where my manga at, I'm not making a manga. I don't know because I got some pretty controversial opinions. I don't want to look crazy dropping a crazy manga. I ain't gonna hold you.
Hey man, you never know. You never know. You never know. I'm gonna start really marketing it a lot more though. Once chapter 10 gets done. Once chapter 10 gets done, that's what I've been waiting on. I want the whole prologue to be done. I'm gonna start reaching out to YouTubers, and I'm saving up for a advertising budget and paying them to read it and make a video on it and see what happens.
Yeah, this is about to get serious. Actually, from this last video, I think because these videos take so long, I might just start stream reading them, honestly, because I feel like that's a good idea.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I also have a sneak preview for chapter 8.
I wanted to see that, actually. I'm not gonna lie, I wanted to see that.
Well, hold on. Okay, I'm gonna send it to you.
Oh man, guys, he's giving me free access.
Free access.
Free access. No, I think the funniest thing is, I think what's really cool about your manga is really like the Bible references. Like, I still can't get over that Sesam is literally like Moses, is the name Moses backwards.
Yeah.
I was like,
yeah, a lot of people then a lot of people laugh at that, but you know, it is what it is. But yeah, Deuteronomy is a book from the Bible. Like, a lot of the stuff is a lot of references, you know. Cain, Sam's father's name is Cain. Cain and Abel. Aaron was Moses' brother's name. Samar is Ramses spelled backwards.
oh, I didn't even what?
Yeah.
So what?
Yeah, I made it that way because I wanted people to think she'd be alive.
It's spelled Sayam.
It's pronounced
What?
Sayom, yeah, but I've started to not care as much because I think Sesame.
Oh
is
man,
fine
I feel
too.
like a new gen.
I think Sesame is fine too, but yeah.
I know they was just cooking me about the name pronunciation, and I'm just like, oh man.
Okay.
Nah, but this is, whoa, this is pretty interesting. So
Yeah,
we're finna get more backstory
Yeah, it's a flashback.
from like the
Yeah,
yeah,
it's a flashback.
yeah. The art's getting a lot better.
Yeah, he's getting a
Not
lot
gonna
more
lie.
traditional in the manga sense, you know. But yeah, it's basically just a flashback of when they were younger, and this basically is giving Cataly, which is Seom's partner, her want and need, as we was just talking about. She wants to be there for Seom. She wants to support him, but she needs a family. She needs to be a mother. She needs to nurture. That's what is her ultimate goal, especially after she lost her mom. So and it's interesting that Seom's adopted mother, instilled this into her at a very young age, you know, when she wasn't really interested in fighting and playing, you know, swordsman with Seom and Caesar. She was more so interested in being a mother and nurturing and taking care of a child, and that's what she gravitated towards. So you know, she's pregnant, and Seom doesn't want to have a kid at this time. He doesn't want to have a kid while he's in the cave. So they obviously tried to avoid pregnancy, but it didn't work out. And so now she has to, in this chapter, she has to face that reality where, you know, she wants to be there for Seom, but at the same time she needs a family. So she needs a partner that's going to be there for her and her kid. So
so we're getting a further time skip, or just like flashbacks.
No, this is just a flashback. And then it's gonna
Flashback,
go back.
okay.
It's gonna go back to the present day. You know? No, there's no more time skips in Deuteronomy.
I was about to say, cause like, you know, that was a SAO curse. It was just too many times.
Nah, I think definitely time skips should only be used very, very, very scarcely. And no, there's no more. There's only this one. This the one from chapter 6 to 7. There's no other ones.
I was about to say, I saw it was on your screen for your live stream, and I'm like, whoa. I was like, I was confused a little bit.
Nah.
His pull-out game was weak.
His pull-out game was weak as crazy. They were in a fucking relationship for like fucking like 3 years, and they're in a cave. Like, what do you expect, bro? He
Like,
tried,
come on,
okay.
bro.
He tried his best, but it
You
didn't
think
work
they
out.
know about condoms down in that cave?
Hey,
Be
they
for
don't
real.
have no condoms, bro.
They probably don't even know how to wash themselves properly. It's probably stinking there.
It
I ain't gonna
probably
lie to
do.
you.
It probably do stink in there, man. I ain't gonna lie. Probably do.
Somebody keeps spamming AOT's the best enemy ever
Just
offering.
ignore him. He's got mental challenge. He's got mental issues. He's been doing this for years, man. Just ignore him. He just wants attention.
Oh man, oh crap! I gave him attention by accident.
Yeah, he did. It's okay though. He doesn't get any at home, so.
This is crazy.
Yeah, welcome to just a small taste of what I deal with on a day.
He said what I do.
Yeah.
So you're about to stream Dark Souls?
Nah, I just use the background OST when I'm
What you're talking?
Yeah, when I'm talking, yeah, because this doesn't get copyrighted and it sounds good.
Extra, do you like Hunter X? Yeah, I love Hunter X Hunter.
Oh God,
that manga.
They're trying to set you up.
Why you don't like Hunter X Hunter?
Guys.
You don't like Hunter X Hunter?
No.
We're gonna have to do a video on that.
No, I hate Hunter Hunter. Oh God.
We're gonna have to do a video on that.
Bro.
We're gonna have to do a video on that.
Bro, you don't want to do it, man.
We're gonna have to do a video on that.
You don't want to do it.
We're gonna have to do a video because I need to know your opinion because I'm curious.
I made a video about it. I called it "Hunter x Hunter is the worst product I have ever consumed."
Holy crap, that's some Lord Defiant.
Yeah, that's what everyone fucking says. But I don't just talk. I don't just yap like him. I have points. I had hard facts for it, and yeah, I mean the video they're pretty good. But yeah, we can do a video on it. I mean, you can. I watched up to what's that shit called? The Phantom Troop. What's it called?
York New City.
Yeah,
York New City.
York New. Yeah, I watched up to that shit. The one that's supposed to be one of the best arcs, and I wanted to kill myself while I was watching it. So
that's such a bad. Oh no, I'm not saying it's a bad take. I'm just saying that's such a bad opinion. Like there's arcs after York New that's better.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm just going off what the chat was telling me. But at the end of the day, I mean, fucking 50 episodes in, and I still think it's ass, you know? I mean, I just don't get it. I don't get Hunter x Hunter. I don't get what people see in that show. I genuinely don't get it. I tried. I gave it a chance. I watched 50 fucking episodes of it. I just couldn't get it. I think it's horrible.
I feel like my friend has the same opinion. I kind of understand it because a lot of Hunter x Hunter's themes have already been done before, and it really like I definitely think if you were to keep reading on, there's gonna be something you're gonna like. But I feel like the way it is now, like because Hunter x Hunter is a type of anime that kind of evolves and gets darker over time, and I feel like you like darker themes and stories. It gets really dark,
but it doesn't have to be though. I can appreciate like for example, Spy X Family. I think Spy X Family, well, from what I saw in the first 3 episodes, I thought it was good, and that's nothing of what I like. Like that's completely like just lighthearted, you know. But I can appreciate something just because it's not for me doesn't mean I can't appreciate quality. You know, like it's saying this isn't for me. This isn't a show that I will watch on my own. But I can tell like effort was put into this. Is good writing. The characters make sense. The themes are there. Hunter x Hunter, I don't get that. Hunter x Hunter feels like it was made by a robot to me, and I can explain why in great detail, but it's just like I just don't get it. I feel like most people who like Hunter x Hunter watched it when they were kids and they didn't know any better, and then they just remember it being good, and that's it. Because when I was rewatching it, I was watching it on stream, a lot of people were saying like, this ain't exactly how I remember it.
I think it's because they remember the good part, but you can't lie, it had some good moments, but it's not consistent.
I really can't name one. The fight between Gon and Hisoka was well animated, and that's about it. Like everything else, I really don't know one good moment. I really couldn't name one moment where I was like, damn, this is really good. Like this is got me on the edge of my seat. I'm entertained. I'm engaged. No, Not one time. That's
Also,
why I said I think it's ass.
I'm kind of curious. What anime did you read? Which anime did you read? The 2011 or the 1990s?
2011.
You read 2011?
No. I
I
didn't read it. I watched the anime. I'm sorry, I didn't.
no. Did you watch 2011 or
No, I
1990?
watched 2011.
Okay. Yeah, the 2011 it misses a lot of points. I would recommend reading the manga if you can sit through that, but I definitely do think the manga it builds the story better because the anime cuts out a lot of parts from it, and it goes a little faster. But you like,
Go
but you like One Piece, right?
Fuck no.
What? Oh my god, that kind of makes sense.
Hell no, dude. Oh my gosh, bro. I mean, I like One Piece better than Hunter x Hunter. I'll say that. I'm from the first. Okay, so I only read the first 30 chapters, like until Usopp got introduced, and that's when I stopped. So as far for One Piece, the thing about One Piece for me is, I treat One Piece like a manga Looney Tunes. Like it's just a manga Looney Tunes. You know, have a good time, laugh, get some action, a few heartfelt scenes here or there, a few cries and tears and all that. It's not meant to be taken like the fucking next Shakespeare manga, fucking Death Note shit. No, it's not meant to be taken that way, right? That's how I treat it. And if you treat it that way, then I think it's pretty good. But when you treat it like it's supposed to be taken fucking seriously, like I'm supposed to treat this like high art. I'm supposed to treat this like peak. Like when you call One Piece peak, that's when you lost me.
Oh wow, so you don't like? Okay, yeah, it's
That's
gonna be
when
interesting.
you lost me.
It's gonna be interesting because you got some interesting takes. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh man, you have no idea. Do you like Berserk?
Yes, I do like Berserk.
Okay.
I was waiting for you to finish so I could tell them I love Berserk.
Yeah, well,
It's amazing.
people hate me because of Berserk. I like Berserk too, but people hate me because I don't like guts.
You don't like what?
I don't like guts.
Oh, I don't like Gus either.
Yeah, but I really.
He's unbearable.
Well, that's what I said. I said he's a terrible person and a horrible protagonist, and everybody says it's horrible. Everybody's like, you're such a, you know. People say I'm that's a terrible take. That's like one of my most hated takes ever.
But that's the thing. Are you the type that you can't stand Guts, but you love Griffith, or you can't stand both of them?
I can't stand both of them.
Thank you. They're both unbearable.
Yeah, I can't stand both of them. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no,
but
I'm
with
not a
Guts,
hypocrite like that.
So,
I said I'm not a hypocrite like a lot of people are.
Right.
They like Guts but hate Griffith. I'm not like that. I think they both trash.
It wouldn't make sense either anyway because their characters are like there's like a duality. What's the good word for like duality?
Duality.
Is that how you say it? Duality? Is there like a duality?
Yeah.
But I'm curious. Why don't you like Guts?
Because he's a rapist, and he's a
wrong character. That's Griffith.
No, Guts too.
But are you talking about?
And he's a selfish. He's very selfish. He's the most selfish character I think ever.
I hate to defend this scene, but you're talking about the.
Yep.
You're talking about
that one.
Damn, what is that art called?
Okay.
You're talking about the scene where he lost control and he tried to do that stuff that Casca ain't.
Yeah, lost control, quote unquote. Yeah.
He did lose control though.
Did he?
The mark of revelation or whatever it's called.
It wasn't the mark.
I don't know. I kind of don't understand that.
No, it was a fucking hound of darkness or whatever.
Oh, I don't understand
Beast
that.
of darkness. And it had nothing to do with that.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, he didn't lose control. He gave in to his urges. That's not the same.
But you also got to understand that that's kind of sad in a way because of what Donovan did to him when he was younger.
Oh, exactly. So why would you do that to someone else just because someone did it to you? Especially if someone did it to you, wouldn't you not do that to someone else?
Well, that's not really him. That's really like his darkest desires. Like
a
lot of Berserk characters have the.
Then that's what it was for Griffith. Then.
Nah, Griffith did that as a
F
you.
Guts did it.
Griffith is different than Guts,
Guts
bro.
did it too. That's not fair. You can't do that. You can't assign agency to one character and then do it to a different, and not do it to the other one. Like they did the same shit. Like yeah, obviously Griffith went all the way, but Guts was damn near about to do it.
they both okay. So here's my perspective. Yeah, they both did terrible things to Casca, but their
Mm-hmm.
reasonings for doing it is different. Like Griffith
Okay.
did it as like a
Okay, yeah,
I'm proving
Griffith
a
did it,
point to you.
but yeah, but there you go. Griffith did it to prove a point. So even Griffith's reasoning actually had more sense than Guts. Guts did it because he was horny. Listen, Guts did it because he was horny. Griffith did it because he was trying to prove a point, like you said, which is still fucked up. Like obviously that's a piece of shit. That's not a good
Yeah,
reason.
it's terrible.
But that is a reason though. Guts didn't even have a reason. Why did Guts do it? Because he was horny. Because she looked good. That's it. He
But
didn't
that's
have
the
no
thing. I have a
other
question.
reason.
I have a question for you. Do you not? So do you think that Guts being unlikable adds to him being a good written character?
No, I think that makes him a horrible protagonist. And since he's the protagonist, I guess that makes him bad because you're supposed to.
What makes a good protagonist to you?
A good protagonist, yeah, that's what a lot of people try to challenge that with. But basically, like a good protagonist is, for me, someone who either embodies the themes of the story and succeeds, or goes against the themes of the story and fails. That's what a good protagonist is. So if you embody the themes of the story, if you embody the themes, which in my opinion the themes of Berserk are to arise above adversity, to keep to keep fighting, to not give up, to be a struggler, to push forward. Right? That if you take those themes, then you're supposed to win. But if you go against those themes, you're supposed to lose. Like Griffith went against those themes and sacrificed the Hawks, so he's supposed to lose. Guts went against those themes and smashed Casca, or tried to, so he's supposed to lose. That's it.
I
So
think
that's
that's
where
that's
if that's where
very
a good protagonist, he would have these challenges, but he would never give in, because then now he's the same as Griffith.
But how is he the same as Griffith when he didn't give in? And I feel
He did
like
give in. He did give in. He just didn't give in all the way, but he did give in. He literally bit her nipple. He was slamming her to the ground. He put his tongue down her throat forcibly. He did give in. He just didn't go all the way, but he did give in.
But also, what you got to understand about that as well is when Guts gives in, he does suffer the consequences. So the theme is not really being negated. The theme is being moved forward. Like there's been like Aaron.
What consequence did he suffer? What?
First of all, after that moment, Casca, the death and like I haven't finished the Millennium Falcon yet, but from what I've seen, she don't even like get near Guts.
Yeah,
like that little bond they had was gone.
Yeah, temporarily. It comes back later though. So again, he didn't really take any consequences.
He didn't really take any consequences.
No. In fact, Casca defends him now in the current, from what I've been told. I haven't read it, but Casca defends him now. So no, he didn't take any consequences.
Well, I kind of don't agree with the themes because the moving forward and like the keep trying, that does accompany Guts, because Guts goes do it.
It does.
He don't.
It does, and I think that it did for a long time until now.
So you just think so that specific moment was like your WTF moment for Guts?
Well, there was a couple more. There was a lot more before that, but made me not like him as a person and not really care about him succeeding, because I just thought he was a selfish piece of shit. But that moment specifically made him disqualified as a good protagonist, because now his antagonist, which is Griffith, I genuinely do not feel like he has any right to say anything to him. Like I feel.
But that's not the point, though. His point isn't to be the good guy.
Well, yeah, I know his point is to get Casca to Elfenheim and make her safe or whatever. But if Griffith
that's
were
not
to,
the goal either.
It is the goal right now.
That's the goal right now, but that's not the overall theme of what Guts is going through.
Yeah, to be a better person. But at the end of the day, how many fucking times am I gonna give you a chance, dude? You're like 30 years old now, man. You're a grown ass man. Like, I'm not just gonna keep forgiving you, bro. Like, you already fucked up many times in the past. How many fucking times? And this was too far, especially when you consider what Casca had just gone through 10 minutes before he tried to do that to her. She literally was going through a life or death experience, almost got raped by like 4 dudes, and she was bleeding from fighting them. And this guy's literally trying to rape her right after that. Are you shitting me, bro? Like, that's all you thinking about? Like, that just shows that you ain't shit.
No, I'm sorry. I lost topic. Somebody said Casca liked it. Like, stop it,
Man,
bro.
don't listen to them. They gonna say dumb shit, bro.
My
Don't listen
God.
to them.
Okay. Knowing why you don't like that scene kind of makes sense. Why you don't like AOT's ending either, because I feel like that's kind of the same thing that they did with Aaron too.
Mm, I mean, I guess ultimately, yeah, that's kind of the same thing. But AOT didn't really have an antagonist at that point. He was the antagonist at that point, so it's kind of a little bit
Yeah.
more complex than that with AOT. But I guess like ultimately, yeah, it's like the same.
Hmm. Interesting. I'm not debating you right now. I'm just asking you your point so I can see where you're coming from.
Gotcha.
So
Yeah.
everybody's saying we need more debating chief. I'm not debating you because I'm
Yeah.
not going against your points. I'm just asking you why.
Don't worry about it. But yeah, I don't when it comes to stories, especially characters, like my most important thing is like to be true to them, and when you betray a character, especially a character that I resonate with, like it just feels like it feels very insulting, especially when it's like a truly a like very strong betrayal. It would be like if Naruto, like who Naruto, in my opinion, is like one of the most well-defined characters in shonen because
Uh,
you can call him simple all you want, but that man never ever bends over and goes back on his morals and his ideals. Yeah, they get challenged sometimes, but he never bends his, like, no matter what. And so that would be like basically Naruto like becoming a villain. Like it's just no fucking way you can make that make sense. It's just it wouldn't make any sense. So when you,
so okay, you on?
yeah, so I'm saying like you when you betray characters that like that, when you betray them like so blatantly, it's hard for me to respect you as a writer at that point because obviously you just don't fucking understand. You either don't understand what you wrote or you just don't understand writing.
So do you believe that? Okay, so like in real life, do you believe that when a person's on their journey, this is a good ass question. When a person's in their journey of like redefining themselves from addiction, and like for 6 months they're doing good on solving their addiction, but then 1 month they relapse, but they go back to redefine their addiction. Do you think that they're bad morally for going back on their addiction, or do
No.
you think it happens sometimes as a setback?
That happens sometimes as a setback, but you're talking about an addiction. Addiction is different. Addiction is a psychological, basically illness that you really have no say in, no control, no choice. It controls you on a different level. Um, so no, I wouldn't say that about addiction. No, but
So what about what about Aaron, for example? The his biggest theme in the last of the series was that he had to keep pushing forward because no matter what, he couldn't stop what was coming. Like you remember the scene where he saved the little boy, and he was like, "Oh, I want to avoid this." You remember that?
yeah,
So I think I don't like the ending either. I'm one of the one of the few people like you that I can't stand that last chapter. Last chapter made me so mad. But do you believe that? So I don't know where I was going with, but actually, I never asked you like, what don't you like about like Aaron, like the last chapter?
um, um, everything, every single thing. But no, I mean, if you sum it up to one word, it's just like no conviction. No conviction. A character
Mm,
who had conviction from the beginning has none. It's not the character that I was given. No conviction.
mm. No conviction, like no meaning behind what he was doing.
No no conviction in what he's doing. Where basically it was like I'm doing this no matter what. That's conviction, which is what he always had. He doesn't have that anymore.
I mean, I get where you're coming from, but I mean, you also gotta understand the part that really threw me off for the ALT ending was his whole thing about like the Mikasa involvement and stuff. That's what really had me like, yo, like
Well, that's a part of
this
it too.
doesn't
I
make any
mean, that's
sense.
not conviction. You're not conviction if you're willing to you're willing to throw all this away for her, even if you do really feel that way. It's not conviction.
It's like, okay. So for what you're saying is that, like, pretty much, you feel like Aaron choices was his, but then you don't like how when like the paths and stuff got introduced and like when this whole stuff got revealed, you don't like the fact that it seemed like he had no control
Yeah.
over his path.
Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah.
That's interesting. I can't hate that point because it is kind of understandable, but when you think about it in the perspective that it's kind of Aaron showing himself that any other path isn't going to lead you anywhere. Yes, do I believe that there was a better way for him to have done the rumbling? Did he need to kill all those people? Absolutely not. He didn't. But do I believe he's going out of his convictions? But that's what really gets you thinking. Like, is like, what's the difference between like future Aaron's conviction and younger Aaron's conviction? Because I feel like I don't know. It's hard to explain. Like,
It goes from
it
kill
feels
them
like
all to not kill them all.
yeah. Well, he did.
Anyone who gets in my way, anyone who's a problem is an enemy, and I'm gonna do whatever it takes to keep my people safe, even if that means I gotta kill everybody. Versus, well, I guess I'll just kill a lot of them and see what happens with the rest. That's not good.
Okay, let me just stop asking you about AOT.
Mm-hmm.
Because I asked you about No, this is something I want to know. Your fans are not asked this in the comment section, in your live stream. How do you feel about Code Geass?
Well, when I watched Code Geass, I was very young, so I don't remember everything about it, But I do remember the ending, and I really liked the ending a lot. I thought it was a great ending to that story. And I watched. I know that for sure. It's true, even to this day. But everything else about it, I'm not sure, because, like I said, I didn't watch it until so long ago. I remember Lelouch being a pretty good character, though. I know he wasn't a simp.
Peak until season 2. Peak until season 2 and the ending. Please do not do this. I read the manga. I read the stuff, bro. Ask him how he feels about. How do you feel about Monster?
Trash.
Oh my! What?
Yeah, trash.
Dang, you can't keep doing this. This is all the good anime.
No, man. I mean, that's what I thought too until I watched it. I was like, this shit ass. I mean, Monster's just okay. Monster is not as insulting as fucking AOT or like AOT or fucking Hunter x Hunter. Yeah, and I would give Monster, like, if I gave Hunter x Hunter a 0, I would give Monster like a 3. I do think there are like a few things Monster does right, but majority of it and the whole like you know what I'm saying, like it's like basically the whole meal is trash and it's like you got some fries, That's kind of how I feel about Monster. But no, Monster has horrible themes and horrible stories. I think it's a horrible story. The pacing is obviously dog shit. Even the most diehard Monster fans will say that Monster's pacing is dog shit. So that's one thing we all can agree on. But not even just that, because slow pacing doesn't necessarily mean the show is bad. I know there are some great shows with slow pacing, like Get Better Call Saul, at least from the beginning. But the themes of the story are just so bad. It's just like, well,
for Monster.
Yeah, it's like, well, I mean, yeah, this guy may be a psycho murderer who kills innocent people for pleasure, but he is a human. So, like, no, fuck this dude. He should die 100,000 times over. Yes, fuck this dude. Like, are you kidding me? I don't feel sorry for this bitch.
Monster is. I think Johan's a good protagonist, but I think Johan's a good protagonist because the main character. Because I feel like Johan really shows you. Because you know how the main character. I feel like the biggest problem with Monster is it's way too slow. It's way too slow. Because I like the main character's descent into like low key madness.
Yeah,
because
no, that would be cool. If Tenma killed Johan, I would see Monster in a much brighter light if Tenma actually killed him, because now you're actually telling a story. Now you're actually challenging me. Now you're actually asking me a question. Is it is it right to kill this person just because of everything they've done? Do you get to make that decision? Are you becoming a monster because of the decision that you made? Where we get to draw the line as humans, that's actually interesting. That's actually a question. I would look at monsters so much differently. But when you tell me, no, you shouldn't have killed them. Are you serious? Are you even? You're silly for even thinking that. All humans are equal. That's when you lost me. Like, no, this dude is not equal to me. This dude is lesser than a fucking cockroach. Fuck him.
No, I think the best part about Monster, and to like counteract that, is the fact that the main character has done nothing but right, and his life went absolutely terrible. Which is kind of like that theme is kind of, you can resonate with that, because sometimes a good decision, like,
I don't know if I say
you gotta
nothing but
understand.
right. He did a lot of dumb shit. I'm gonna be honest.
Okay, so no, I mean in the very beginning. So like when the main
In
character
the very beginning, he
wanted
did a
to
lot of
save the
dumb
two
shit.
boys.
Yeah.
He wanted,
Yeah. He wanted to be a good doctor and whatnot. Yeah, that's fine. But he did some dumb shit that led him down this path. He got framed and all that, but he could have done a lot better to not allow that. Like, for example, the reason why he left the hospital and went on the run to begin with, his ex-bitch was trying to, like, she basically told him, like, look, nigga, I'm gonna frame you for fucking murder if you don't talk to me. And this dumbass nigga just gets up and walks away. Like, why didn't he go like, oh, shit, baby, I'll talk to you. Okay, yeah. And like, find a way to get the tie from her, burn that bitch. Do something. Why are you being so stupid, bro?
I ain't gonna lie, Tenma is kind of dumb. Tenma gives me like
Dude
horror
is
movie
dumb. Yeah,
protagonist
horror movie.
vibes.
Yes, exactly, bro. Like, he's just there, and then he's a wanted criminal. He's the most wanted criminal in fucking Germany, and he's a Japanese dude, which is very rare for Japanese people to be in Germany at that time. Easily identifiable. This motherfucker's outside in broad daylight, didn't even change his hair,
With
just
just
walking
the
around.
code.
Yeah, like, bro,
With
get
just
the
the
fuck
code.
out of here with this dumb shit, bro. Are you kidding me? You're a He's a doctor, one of the most renowned doctors in the world. He goes to a hospital. Are you kidding me, nigga? Yeah, I was like, yeah, this shit is trash. This shit is
Oh
trash,
my
bro.
god,
I could not believe my eyes. I was like, y'all told me this was peak?
I feel like but I feel like knowing a lot of context for the story, it kind of ruins like the surprise. Like, I feel like the biggest, like, I like Monster, but I think the biggest things that the story had going for itself was a psychological factor. And I feel
Yeah.
like they should have really focused more on that. Even though I like the story, I feel like they really should have focused more on that, because like because that's a cool concept. Like,
It's a cool
you did so
concept,
good.
but I don't think it was executed well. And I think it was very surface level, like you said. Very surface level stuff. Like, concept is there. You can have a cool concept all you want, but execution is what matters, and execution was abysmal.
What would I rate Monster? Okay, so before the chat looks at me weird, I like Monster, but it's definitely not better than Death Note or Code Geass. And I give Death Note and Code Geass both like 9.5. Actually, I give Death Note an 8.5 because I can't stand the ending. That's the only part of Death Note I can't stand.
What about the manga ending, though?
Oh, I like the manga ending because I like the manga ending. It's actually bittersweet because
I love the manga ending.
Light dies, and then they just keep living their lives. I just think that's so surreal because most animes don't do that.
Yeah, I liked it, and it had showed like two different perspectives, like people who obviously were happy that he died, and then there was also like he made a whole cult of religion that followed him. That shit was dope. Deuteronomy is having an ending very similar to Death Note's ending. I'm gonna say that right now, but I love Death Note. Death Note my favorite manga. I think it's the best ever made. Yeah, that's good that you like that one. So got some good takes here. Death Note's peak, man.
I can't stand the anime ending because it was too ambiguous.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say I can't stand it. I just like the manga a lot better, but I see where you're coming from. I just think the manga definitely is like hits a lot harder, and I think they should have respected the author's original intent. But I also see the other side. Like, basically, there's like the people who see light as like they're more on light side, and then there's the manga author who wasn't on light side, but he's the one who made the fucking.
He was unbiased.
Yeah, he's unbiased, right? So, yeah. I
just don't.
Still peak though.
it's peak, but part 2 really had me like scratching my head because there was a lot of moments that Light just did, like obviously unlike things. Like
Yeah,
he'll do something that would be like, oh, he's smart for that,
the
but then
anime
he'll do
was.
something that's like,
Yeah, I mean, Light is Light is very egotistical, and he was super egotistical because he beat L. He didn't think anybody could fuck with him. So that also played a part in his downfall because he didn't respect Nier. So I like that too. It made
he was
sense
too
for me.
cocky.
Yeah, he's too cocky. It makes sense. I mean, after you beat L, you're like, nobody else fucking with me.
He like, I'm a Batman level dread. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah, he's like, nobody fucking with
Anyone?
me after that.
I ain't watched Steins Gate, but is that worth watching?
Hell no. Hell no. I could tell you right now, I could tell you just one scene that happens so you know that it's worthless. So basically the point of Steins Gate is there are people who are being killed and the world is about to be taken over by a government basically and like put people in concentration camps or shit, right? So all the characters know this and basically they're trying to like go back in time to make adjustments in the timeline to keep people alive and stop this future from coming, right? So that's the goal. Like, this is very serious stuff. None of the characters treat it like it's serious. And to show you just how fucking not serious they treat it, one of the characters who's a girl, or my bad, a boy who wants to be a girl, so a trans, asks the main character, he says, I read online that if your fucking parent eats fruit while you're pregnant, it's more likely that you'll be a girl. So can you go back in time and have my mom eat a fruit? And this motherfucker does it. And she turns, and then they go, and then she becomes a girl. And he starts feeling on her pussy to see if she got a dick or not. Yeah, that literally happens.
Whoa.
Yeah, so don't waste your time. Shit's trash.
Whoa. I expect it to be like that. I expect it to be like some Tokyo Revenger bullcrap.
No.
Like Tokyo Revenge.
No, shit's complete trash. I was so mad watching that shit, bro. I was so fucking pissed. That shit was so ass.
They got a tranny, and the thing about it is the art style looks so good. So I thought it had potential at least.
I don't know, dude. That shit ass. Don't waste your time with it. Don't waste your time.
What do y'all rate Cyberpunk?
Okay,
I like it.
8. I thought it was pretty good.
It's like a 7. I definitely, the ending threw me off. If season 2 comes out, I give it a higher rating. Like, come on, bro.
I like Got In and Got Out. I wasn't too mad at Cyberpunk. It's a cool little story. But yeah, bro, I'm gonna head out, man. Appreciate you for stopping by.
Yeah, definitely for sure, bro. You gotta let me hop on one of these so we can do a video discussion one time, bro.
Sounds good, man. You have a good night.
All right, bro.
Upload the video.
All right, for sure. I got you. I'll probably
React
upload
to
this tomorrow, though. All right.
Later, dog.
Later.
All right, so let's check out this. What you call it? What's called? What's that? Arcane trailer. There's no way, bro. Wow, it did come out today. That's crazy. All right, let's check it out. It's a teaser, though.
Your council is dead.
Dead? They all died? No way. They probably just like escaped or something. Yo, the art looks even better. Yo, all you bitches said it was gonna be worse because they couldn't keep up that level of quality. It looks even better. What? Why would she be? She would never. No, she would never. There has to be some kind of. There has to be some kind of. Yeah, there has to be something. There's no way she'd ever. There's no way she'd ever. Are you kidding me? The final chapter? What? So it's okay. It's only this. This is it. They said we ending this shit, bro. This shit expensive. Okay, Jinx.
Dismantle Shimmer. And neutralize any agents still loyal to Silco.
Damn.
My sister is gone.
didn't even show Jinx. Holy shit.
Jinx!
Yeah. Where's she at? Where my girl?
The name right. Sister.
Oh man. When is it coming out? It's not coming out till fucking 20 though. There's no point getting hyped. Damn, that shit look good though, man. I can't wait to see that. I can't wait to see that. That shit looks good. That shit look good. That shit look good. I know that they're not dead. There's no way all those guys are dead. Like, there's no fucking way. They definitely alive. Like, November this year. I thought people said it come out in 25. It's 24? November? Okay, bet. Arcane is like the first part of the lore. League lore goes further. Okay, but I only care about these characters right now. I don't care about nobody else. Mainly Jinx and Violet. I'm interested to see how it's gonna go. So this is actually like based on League lore. So basically, the niggas who know League lore already know what's gonna happen, right? So it's potential to get spoiled if I was to talk to like League niggas, huh? That's fucked up. I'm gonna stream a reaction. I might. We'll see. We shall see. But yeah, boys, I'm gonna head out. Appreciate y'all for stopping by. I'm gonna go get some dinner. Shiko Tensei. I should make that at some point. Maybe when they announce season 3 or something, I'll drop it for the hype. But yeah, you guys, talk to y'all on Discord. Peace out. Bye.